Well, good morning there, YouTube. Welcome to On the Road again with G Putt. It is Wednesday, the 24th of March. I am about to hit the road, heading towards Tampa. I am in North Carolina right now. Kenley getting ready to leave here. It's okay, truck stop. Old. Well, there's not that much parking here. I think there's a Flying J across the highway, but there's a Petro across the street where the blue beacon is. I don't use Petro that much. Maybe I should get my rewards card there, but then that's one more place I got to try to get fuel to get rewards. But then if I start having points there, I can use that to pay for parking. So we'll see. But anyway, we are getting ready to hit this road. It's a gloomy day, but a good day because we're here to celebrate it. We're here to complain about it, or be glad about it. Either way it goes, we're here to do one or the other. God, at least somebody ran off in that ditch. But like I say, it's a good day. We're allowed to talk about it. I've done my pre-trip already. Everything good to go. I think I edited 2 videos last night. Maybe not. Anyway. I'll get on this road, head on down. I should make it to Bushnell or somewhere over there today. Stop there. Take it on in. Oh, I should have come up one over. Okay, next time I know. Kenley 95. I'm going to go over there next time. Okay. I'll stop here on Sunday coming, heading back to DC. So I'm going to go over there to the Kenley 95. There's a little truck stop there with some nice trucks on the inside or something on the inside of there. I'm going to go there. Anyway. Get on this road. I'm get into the moment here. Get into the moment. Get my day going. Listen to praise and worship. Listen to a little bit about. Listen to a sermon. Pray a little bit. Pray over myself and get this day going. I'll get back with you all in a little bit. Dang, got a truck on the side over there. Wow. That is freaking nuts. Should have been recording earlier. Like the truck was hanging up. Got over too far on the median and he just rolled right over. There's a sharp drop off over there. He's trying to get out of traffic, look like. We get back with you. Well, almost good afternoon there to YouTube. It's still Wednesday, the 24th. March. We're still on 95. We are in South Carolina. Let's see where we are. Holly Hill, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Getting close to I-26 interchange. Anyway, I think I told you all yesterday I was going to talk to you all about something near and dear to my heart. Well, in my previous job or employment, well, like I told you all before, I came up through trucking a little different from everybody else. And part of my trucking experience was I went in office for about 8 years. Yeah, not longer than that. 2008 to 2000, about 9 years. And actually I was in there before then, so about 10, 11 years. But anyway, so I became a dispatcher. And I was actually dispatching out of the truck for a while. And this was before GPS really hit big. I had a lot of that stuff in my head, routes and stuff like that. I think I mentioned that earlier as well in videos. But what I really want to talk about is the attitude that, or the relationship that a dispatcher has to the driver, or should have for the driver, and what the driver should expect from the dispatcher as well. And it's near and dear to me because I've been on both sides of this coin, as a driver and as a dispatcher, and as a driver dispatcher or a dispatcher driver, however you want to say it. You know, whichever came first, the chicken or the egg. I was the driver first, but when I was in that, when I had those hats on, was I more of a driver than a dispatcher, or more of a dispatcher than a driver? And I had to intertwine those two. And so I have a special knowledge about it, or a certain knowledge. I don't want to say special, but a certain knowledge about it, because most drivers haven't been dispatchers, and they think dispatchers are dumb, don't know what they're talking about. And most drivers think that, dispatchers, they need to get out here and drive these trucks, and which I agree on both sides, really. And it says dispatchers need to hit this road with these drivers, but drivers also need to go in the office and see what they deal with. And so, I'm not 50-50 on it. I am more on the driver's side, only because we deal with somewhat of dispatching ourselves and listen to our dispatchers, the shippers, and the receivers. We deal with them face to face. So our interaction is going to be a little bit different. And when a driver calls a dispatcher to relay information about a situation, dispatchers just listen. But also, on the other hand, drivers, you got to understand that those shippers, the dispatchers are being pounded and hounded by their higher-ups, the brokers, the shippers, the receivers, time management, and all that. So everybody's everything's intertwined, but nobody's giving respect to the other. And there lies the problem. If you talk, as a dispatcher, you talk down to your drivers and you call them stupid, but you're not saying they're stupid, but you're inferring that they are. Please don't think that a truck driver is that dumb when they don't understand what you're insinuating. Because most of these truck drivers are ex-something, and you better take it to heart when they say they're coming at office and they'll leave it all out on the street. I've had to calm a couple of drivers down from going in and jumping on, on their dispatch because you're messing with their money. And when you're messing with a driver's money like that or whatever, time is money for us. We should be compensated for everything that we do. Deadhead, layover, what do we do when we sit there and wait? Our time that's delayed at the shipper or the receiver, we should get paid for all that time. Because that's time away from home, especially when you're out on this road. Now, if you're an hourly driver or you're a local driver, it affects differently. But over the road, regional, somebody's getting paid by the load, that's all time. And we should be compensated for it. And but as a driver also, we got to be more accommodating to what the other person's job is. And don't always think that what you do is better than somebody else. We get paid more because we're taking more of the risk as far as our license and our livelihood. But you can't look down on anybody. Just heard that this morning about looking down on somebody or having haughty eyes, and that, God hates that. So we can't do that as drivers, but also as dispatchers or as a dispatcher. You can't just think that a truck driver is dumb. All we do is hold a steering wheel. Well, I want to see you all get out here and do weight displacement on your axles. Make sure you get that your inner bridge correct, and make sure you're not inside of it. You get out here and navigate these roads with all these crazy drivers. And 90% of the time we make it to our destination, be it ahead of time or on time. If a load gets there if a load is late but it got there safely, it's on time. So we do everything comes down to the driver and the dispatcher, but mostly to the driver. If that load is late, if it gets messed up, if you hit something, somebody hit you, you're supposed to pre-plan this, you got traffic, you got all this stuff, that comes back down to the driver. But yes, also, the dispatcher made promises. Information and communication is best on both ends. You know, you give everything you need to that driver, the name of the customer, the time he's supposed to be there, you know, a route if you have to do that. You know, and if a driver has a suggestion, take it as a suggestion, not that you didn't think of. You know, drivers, that dispatcher is supposed to be there to help you. You have to be able to look out for stuff. But you also got to have the personality and the want to accommodate. You got to want to accommodate, you know, your people. You know, I had 6 drivers, and you know, it was me. I would say also with that dispatcher hat, yeah, I was a backup driver, but I was also in sales. I was in operations. I had to make sure the oil got, you know, all these different things. So I wore different hats. They just didn't pay me enough to do all those things. I may still be there now if they didn't pay me enough. But anyway, I like driving better because it's just a little different. But anyway, that's the main thing I want to talk to you all about. You know, let's as drivers, let's be accommodating and respectful. As dispatchers, let's be accommodating and respectful of each other's job, because we all need each other. If we need you all to get the contract and all that kind of stuff, you all need us to fulfill the agreement on the contract. You know, let's just be, you know, be more respectful of one another and our jobs in this situation or in what we do. And that doesn't just go for drivers and dispatchers or in transportation. That goes to anything, nurses, doctors, you know, and anything else in the business. You know, you got barbers, and you got the lead barber, you got the person that owns the company, and all that kind of stuff. Everybody needs to respect their position, but also respect the position of someone else. And if you don't like it, move on. There's no reason to bring anything down. There's no reason to get a company shut down because you don't like them. You know, because you have a conflict of interest. If you got a problem with somebody, you go to them. You go to them. You handle it like a man or a woman. You treat me like a human being. Let me just say it that way. You know, because we're supposed to be the highest thing on this food chain. We're supposed to be the most supreme being walking this earth, or whatever. Let's handle like intelligent, you know, spiritual people like that we were put here to be. You know, because everybody want to hide something or whatever, and not talk about it or whatever, and not bring it to such and such. We got to be better people. We got to be better drivers. We got to be professional drivers and professionals in our respective positions. For dispatchers, brokers, barbers, doctors, lawyers, judges, all these things. Other than that, good people, run up on 10 minutes on this part. That went by real fast. I didn't realize that. But anyway, we're heading on down the road here. I just wanted to get that off my chest because a co-worker of mine had a problem with one of our dispatchers or whatever, the way he talks to him, you know, and that's a problem for me because nobody wants to be talked down to. I don't care who you are and what you are. Nobody does. You know, and that brings folks out of character. Like I said before in the earlier video, we are not here to bring folks out of their character. We're supposed to help them get better and move forward. Anyway, that's about it for now. I'm gonna keep on down this road. Like I said, we're gonna stop over on 75 somewhere before we hit the Tampa tomorrow. I'll get with you all a little later on. Well, YouTube, how y'all doing on this fine evening? It's the end of the day on the on the 22nd of March, 23rd of March, 24th of March. I'm sorry, Wednesday. Jeez, I'm all off. But I'm in the Loves right here. I think I was here last week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I was here last week before I went down to Fort Myers. And yeah, I just gotta go to Tampa tomorrow. Be there between 8 and 10 tomorrow. Then I'll probably slide by the house for a minute, and then head north to Palatka to load on Friday at 10 o'clock. Find a good spot. Only thing about this truck, I got 3 axles on the rear. which already makes it hard to turn, or when you're backing. And then my truck doesn't turn well at all because it's a 4-axle truck. I got a steer axle, which is one. I got a pusher axle, which is behind the cab to help take the weight off the steer or whatever. And then I have 2 drive axles. And also you can put more weight on those drive axles because you got a combination of 3. So it's just, but the push axle is not down. It's just I'm long on the cab. I mean on the tractor. And I got 3 axles in the back. All 3 of them are down on the ground. So it just makes it harder to turn. So I mean, you'd rather straight line back this thing or get you a nice little angle back. But when you have these truck stops, you know, you do the best you can. You know, I got out to help me in that, and I was glad to see that. You know, he helped me out, whether I needed it or not. I don't care. I could trust him backing me up because he knew I didn't want to hit anything or whatever. And there were 2 trucks that were kind of sticking out. I just need to get around it. And plus, you know, I had to do about 3 or 4 pull-ups because of the way this truck turns. But other than that, it's been a good day. Just I stopped over in somewhere in Georgia. It was north of south of Savannah, but north of Brunswick. So I stopped there, watched me a movie right quick because I was just tired. Well, not tired, just didn't feel like driving much anymore. So I stopped about 2 hours, watched me a movie on my phone, and got back up and came on out because, like I said, I don't have to be to my stop until tomorrow morning at between 8 and 10. And I didn't want to get home, get out the truck, walk to the house, and in the morning time at, you know, whatever time I was going to have to walk back over to my truck, you know, get in it, go. It's just, yeah, it's just too much right now anyway. Oh, shit. Oh, I turned that off. Anyway, it's been a good evening, good day. I will, as always, you all be good to one another. Smile, fist bump, speak to somebody, you know, wave at them, you know. But like I always say, it's the best thing they may have seen, heard, felt all day. You know, you never know what somebody's going through from day to day. Be the light in somebody's day, always. Be the bright and shining light. Other than that, G-Put is out.